Yes.
Great. Okay. Members, yes, are we ready?
We are ready live now. Thank you, Lord Mayor. Yeah.
Thank you. Members, I declare the special meeting of Council of Tuesday, the 22nd of March, now open. And advise that this meeting conducted remotely will be recorded and streamed live to the City of Adelaide website. Please note that an audio and visual recording is being taken of this meeting. This means that your presence at and any contribution you make to the meeting may be used, collected, used, disclosed or published publicly by the Council, including transfer outside of Australia. Acknowledgement of country. Council acknowledges that we're meeting on traditional country of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains and pays respects to elders past and present. We recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationship with the land, and acknowledge that they're of continuing importance to the Kaurna people living today. We also extend that respect to other Aboriginal language groups and other First Nations who are present today. Item number 2 on tonight's agenda is the acknowledgement of Colonel William Light. Council acknowledges the vision of Colonel William Light in determining the site for Adelaide and the design of the city with its 6 squares and surrounding belt of continuous parklands, which is recognised on the National Heritage List as one of the greatest examples of Australia's planning history. Members, item 3 on tonight's agenda is apologies and leave of absence. We have one, which is Councillor Hyde on leave. I don't believe there's any other apologies or leave of absence. And we go to, sorry members, I'm just adjusting my screen so I can see you all. We are going to, Councillor Martin, do you have your hand up? Sorry, you're on mute, Councillor.
Yes, Lord Mayor, I was receiving phone calls and texts from people saying the live stream wasn't working. It has now started working.
Lovely, thank you. So I've just gone to the participants. So there is one item on tonight's agenda, which is a motion proposed by Councillor Couros. Councillor Couros. You're on mute, Councillor.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Lord Mayor. I just want to thank everybody for coming together for this meeting to adjust just some feedback that I've been getting in regards to the City Business Savers Grant.
So, Councillor, if I could actually ask you to read out your motion and ask for a seconder.
So the motion is as read. Do I have a seconder?
I have Deputy Lord Mayor. So, Councillor, if you'd like to speak to it.
Yes, so thank you, Lord Mayor. Yep, but basically the motion is very clear. Just asking to extend the period for another month for people to be able to have the opportunity to apply for the period that we have set out regarding the Business Savers Grant. I think some people were telling me that they just need more time to get everything together and they can't meet that deadline for the 31st of March. And also to adjust it because we had it originally from people with from 1 to 20 employees. Some small businesses are asking, well, for it to, they're not eligible because they don't have the 1. So adjusting it to up to 20 employees. So taking out the 1 to 20.
Right. Thank you. I'll go to the Deputy Lord Mayor to speak.
I'll reserve my right. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Lord Mayor. Next, I have Councillor Mackie.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Just a question. I support the motion, of course. I was interested to know from the administration through you, Lord Mayor, what kind of response we have had so far and how is that forward commitment or provisioning of funds against the budget for this initiative?
Absolutely. Thank you for your question, Councillor Mackie. CEO, I've lost you. I think you're there somewhere.
Hello, yes, I am.
Oh, there you are. Thank you. Yeah.
So we've received all up just under 500 applications. We've made approximately nearly 640 payments, and I know that there are others in the pipeline. So that's currently where we're at. The total value is around $400,000 paid out to eligible businesses.
Councillor Mackie, did you have any further questions? No? Good. Okay, then next I had Councillor Martin. Councillor Martin?
Yes, I'm wondering if the administration can tell me what is the total budget if we've expended 400,000 plus?
CEO?
Thank you, through the presiding member. We didn't have a total budget set aside, so obviously this will be reported through at the next quarterly consideration in terms of the total quantum. We were unsure at the time what the quantum might be.
And what is the quantum so far again? Sorry, I didn't catch the amount.
The CEO said approximately 400,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, 400,000.
Is it 450, 480? That's all I was asking.
CEO?
It's $396,967.69.
Oh, thank you for the precise response. That's very good.
Thank you. Councillor Martin, any further questions?
No, look, I just wanted to say, naturally, I will support this. There are many businesses in the City of Adelaide struggling, and indeed on my way into council for this meeting this evening, I passed 3 shops that were there last week, 2 of which are gone now, and the other which is close to going, with a sign up saying closing down, 50% off everything. The owner was, understandably distressed, and this isn't going to help. What would have helped, of course, was if council had not rejected requests from me and Councillor Moran and others in 2020 and in 2021 for some kind of cash payment as a rate rebate or similar. But look, though it's too late, it will help some people. Too late for many, but it will help some people. And on that basis, I will support this.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Knoll.
Yeah, of course, as the others, I support this motion, but we also have to think, we've had 2 years of really hard times for our businesses, and this was a way to support those that are most vulnerable, small, and to those little bit medium sort of sized businesses. But again, I'm sure that at this length of time, whatever contribution we could make would not be enough to save a reasonable number of businesses, simply because their problems are a lot worse. And the rent and all those sort of things contribute greatly, of course. And with no customers, there is no hope. So we can only now hope to help bring people back. And this is a way to at least assist some in a way to get them through this time. And while we're working on trying to bring them more customers and make the city more vibrant again.
Thank you, Councillor Knoll. Councillor Snape, I have you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Yes, I'll definitely be supporting this. This is a good initiative. I thank the mover. And yes, our businesses need help, our small businesses. Sometimes it's hard to identify what is a small business and what isn't. Having less than 1 employee, i.e. having the owner run the business, definitely qualifies in my mind as a small business. So they shouldn't be excluded. So yes, I certainly commend this motion. And it's great to see bipartisan support across the chamber with this as well. So well done, everyone.
Thank you, Councillor Snape. Councillor, I'm assuming it's Councillor Moran. Councillor Moran?
Yes, we're very late to the party, and as I walk down King William Street, as I do every day, there are plenty of customers, and even during the lean times there were people in town. And it's too late for the very small, vulnerable businesses, and for Councillor Knoll to say, well, this wouldn't have helped anything. Well, why would it help now? Of course it would have helped. We should have we should have supported the non-team Adelaide's motion to get rid of the rates for a small period of time. That certainly would have helped a lot of people. Speaking to the small businesses that have closed their doors in recent weeks, they said they were on a knife edge, and those sort of things really would have helped. And I credit the administration for highlighting this. I wonder why it was to Councillor Kouros, not the Deputy Lord Mayor or myself as the senior councillor, but I think that it's good administrative motion, this one, and we should certainly extend it. We should have done a lot more.
Thank you, Councillor Moran. I think it was Councillor Kouros's motion. Deputy Lord Mayor.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Yeah, I would like to start by acknowledging the work that Councillor Kouros has done in terms of engaging with businesses. We know that she's heavily involved in the business sector, particularly the hospitality industry, and I think that's where a lot of the assistance is needed. I think some of the initiatives that we've seen here, Lord Mayor, around providing refunds wouldn't have been targeted the way this has been targeted, and I commend administration for being so proactive and for delivering on this motion. So I do commend this to the chamber, and I again thank Councillor Kouros for bringing this to our attention.
Okay. Members, I'll just echo before I go back to Councillor Kouros to sum up. Thank you all for your support, both in terms of allowing us to have a special meeting tonight, and also for the support of everything that's within the Reignite packages, which we know went through and again was unanimous in terms of council support for all of the support that we're giving to the city businesses. Let's hope that it is enough to see those businesses that are still going survive, particularly now that the restrictions have lifted, and actually be successful going into the future. I will go to Councillor Kouros to sum up. Councillor Kouros.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. I will acknowledge that I wasn't the only person in putting forward this motion and speaking to the businesses. Councillor Knoll was also part of it. We both have been speaking to businesses that have been missing out, and this just helps tweak and adjust a few of the holes that was in that business saver support grant program that we had. But I just want to reiterate to everybody that businesses have been suffering for a good part of the 2 years, and a lot of it has to do with the one thing called COVID, and they have been shut down and haven't been able to operate to the full capacity that they have been able to in the past. It's been very sad in some cases. It's been nerve-wracking. It's put a lot of pressure on families, and I, as a family business with in the hospitality industry, we have felt a lot of that burden. It is the one thing that they do require, as Councillor Knoll put forward quite nicely, is customers. Customers are important. Customers are the longevity to their business. People walking into their business, it's important. We need to send those right messages out there to our public, to the residents, to the visitors. Go visit those businesses. Go wine, dine, buy, whatever you can to support them. They need you. And that is what is important. To sit here and squabble about, you know, who voted for what and what would have saved them is not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is actually give positive messages to those people that are suffering out there right now and that need people to come into their store, into the restaurants, into their cafes, and support them wholeheartedly. And that is what we need. And I commend everybody here tonight being here to support. I can see that Councillor Martin and Councillor Moran are laughing. This is not a laughing matter. This is very, very serious. And this is a pain that we have been feeling for a long time in the business sector out there since this pandemic happened. And I'm really sad to hear that these conversations keep happening and that we should be working collaboratively as we have tonight. And I do thank
you, Councillor,
that has done so.
Thank you. Members, will go to a vote with a show of hands. All those in favour? All those against? That is carried. Can I have that minuted as unanimous? Thank you, members. That is being the only item of business tonight. I'll close the meeting. I thank you once again for your time.